Shavua Tov, everybody, and welcome to Havdalah Happy Hour, special Sunday night Havdalah Happy Hour, because Pesach is now over.
Get your pizza at 10
So, right,
p.m.
if you're watching this, you still have about another probably hour before you can eat chametz. If you sold your chametz
so
through
close.
the synagogue, so do with that what you will. We've missed you. We're glad to be able to do this during at the end of the holiday. Which has confused me to no end. Also, and welcome to our new setup today, which I do not like at all. Jeremy is still here, by the way. He's behind the camera now, but all the way over there, super far away, which I also do not enjoy. So we're going to be experimenting today to see if this will work out for us. I'm not optimistic. So
let's introduce ourselves. Who are you?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Ben.
I'm Jill.
Emily.
And I'm also Ben.
Special guest.
Special
Yes.
guest, my
Welcome.
child.
Ben Suffel here today. Ben, when was your bar mitzvah?
My bar mitzvah was May 21st, 2016.
Wow.
Yep, 9 years ago next month.
Is that 9 years? Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. Oh, wow.
Math.
I remember your bar mitzvah, like
do too.
vividly.
Me too.
Vividly remember your bar mitzvah.
I think I'm still paying for it.
It was a great day.
It was a great day. It's nice to see you back. I know you come every now and then to visit. I'm so glad you could be in for the remaining end of the holiday today.
Yeah, it's
How's
great
life?
to be here. Life is good. I'm at University of Maryland, about to graduate. So that's exciting.
Wow.
So,
It's funny because Jill always calls you her baby. I'm like, Jill, that's a 21-year-old man.
almost 22.
He's going to be 22.
Doesn't matter. For
Still
a
my
mother.
baby.
Doesn't
Right.
matter.
Exactly. So yeah, so graduating in about 5 weeks,
Yeah.
6 weeks. Crazy.
It is crazy.
Time has flown.
Yeah, I remember Ben as one of my many bar mitzvah tutors.
Yeah, things were a
all
little
those
different
many
back
years
in the
ago.
day
Yes.
when there was like a rotation of. We tried to do it a little differently now and stick one tutor with one kid for the duration, which is always preferable. But it was chaotic times back then.
I liked it. I felt like I got a little something different every week.
Sure.
Although I was maybe a little worried. Everybody was passing me off. It's like
No, that's not what it was.
They were all very tired of
scheduling.
teaching
It was
me.
all scheduling issues, which we've largely corrected now. But it didn't affect you. You did a great job. I still
Thank you.
remember it was a nice Shabbat.
Yeah.
It was a great day.
Yes, it was.
So Ben, I know that you are a consumer and lover of all things media.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, and I think the rest of the table, some of these questions as well.
Like Ben's typically our go-to when
Yes.
we have a question.
Correct.
Whenever you all see me texting my son, this is
Ben's
the son
like our
I'm
like
texting.
live version of IMDb.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
you know.
Which I'm happy to help out with. It's the only time I really get to feel like smart and very quick with stuff like that.
Remind me, what is your major in school?
Marketing.
See, I don't know anything about that. So I feel, all right. So I want to ask you if you have a favorite or if you know of anything that you've enjoyed, particularly over the years, that is like a TV show or a movie that somehow is related to Passover.
Yes.
Not the Rugrats Passover.
Not
That's
the
allowed.
Rugrats.
I definitely
It's a
was not
good
going to
one.
exclude it.
I could probably think of a couple.
All right, what you got?
There's the episode of The Nanny where
Classic.
Fran and the Sheffields go to Fran's
Yeah.
parents' house for Seder. It's a very
Classic.
funny
It's a great episode,
The movie Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Uh-huh.
which I have not seen.
It's so good.
Very good.
Disturbing, but good.
I saw it with my parents. I thought my mom was going to leave 15 minutes in, but she stuck it out. There's a long Passover sequence with Judd Hirsch, which is
Oh.
awesome. So I always think about that around Passover. And there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode with
Of course there is.
with the very infamous Passover sequence as well. Larry invites a guest who he maybe shouldn't have. I don't know if I can go into more
I've
detail
never
on the
seen it, but I don't think you
podcast,
should. But that's I
yes.
think enough for the people. That's some good choices. What
Yeah.
about you guys?
I love Prince of Egypt.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
of course. It's a great movie.
Beautiful
Great
music.
movie.
But I also have to go with the one that I grew up on, which is Passover at Bubby's. It's
Sure.
with like puppets and
Not more Becky's puppets.
no. but it
Talk about things we can't talk about on
like
the
I
podcast.
still reference some of the things from Passover at Bubby's.
Yes.
That was what I was put in the other room to watch while Passover was being prepared in the kitchen by my parents. So
What about
that's
you, Jill?
definitely a favorite.
I mean, I joked about Rugrats. When I used to teach in Baltimore County Public Schools, none of my students were Jewish, so I would always show Rugrats Passover so my students could just have a glimmer of what Passover is about.
it's a
Nice.
good one on those classic
Sure.
bright orange tapes.
Yes.
You know what? And they actually
Yeah.
like did a decent job with it. You know, a lot
Yeah.
of times people try and get Jewish things, you know, on TV shows or whatever, and they don't always do a good job. Rugrat, that was actually like respectful. I think
Yeah.
all of their Jewish holiday ones were pretty decent, actually.
Their
The Hanukkah one is
too.
pretty good.
Maccababies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, good stuff.
How about you?
So for me, I also love Prince of Egypt. I also am a huge fan of the Ten Commandments, even though I know it is not biblically accurate. It is an exceptional movie. It's very entertaining.
Neither
The-
is Prince of Egypt.
I actually think the Prince of Egypt is much more biblically accurate than the Ten Commandments is. The reason for that being all of the advisors on the movie for the Prince of Egypt were all like JTS professors. Whereas there was only, I think, one rabbi who was an advisor to the Ten Commandments, and the rest were all Christian pastors. So Prince of Egypt is, I think, much more accurate. They do lean a little heavy into the Midrash, which I don't actually mind. It's still an important part of our tradition. So I do love it. But the Ten Commandments, there's just something so epic about, you know, a movie like that. But also I remember, you guys might remember, you probably won't. There was a series of cartoons whose name I cannot remember that when it was raining in school, we would always watch. We called them the Time Travelers. That was not the name, but it was like these three teenagers that were on like an
Yeah.
archaeological dig for
Yep,
some
yep.
reason, and they fall in like a hole, and it's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and they fall in this hole, and then they come to this like door with like Egyptian symbols on it, and they like touch the door, and you know what I'm talking
I know
about?
exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm
no idea what it was
Pretty
called.
sure there's a Pesach one. There's a lot of different biblical ones, and I'm pretty sure there's a Pesach one. Although maybe not. I watched so many of them, and there was a lot of things that we watched in school that
Was it Dig?
no, that's a Netflix show, right? Yeah, no, I don't think I ever even knew what the name of it was, to be honest. But they were it's like a nostalgic thing for
Yeah.
me for that we would watch in school, and I remember, and I'm not
There
sure.
wasn't a monkey in it, was it?
No. There was a kid though, and I think his name was like Moki or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And then there was like a blonde girl and no. And a tall, like brown-haired guy.
It wasn't Moki from
He was always
the
hungry.
Magic School Bus.
No. That's Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
There could have been a Moki on the Magic.
There was
School
not.
Bus.
That was good TV too, but there was never a Passover episode of the Magic School
And it
Bus.
was not set in space.
I mean, I know exactly
It
what
was not.
show you're
You
talking
know exactly
about,
what
but
I'm talking
when I
about.
was in
There was a
public school in
Passover
Arizona,
episode?
we didn't
Maybe.
watch that. We
But maybe
watched
not. I might be
Magic School Bus
misremembering.
or Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Sure.
But we also
no.
didn't have that many rainy days.
Right,
Right,
because
true,
you're from the
true.
desert. Yeah, we watched a lot of Jewish things
was
at
his
our
name
school.
Luke Luke the Time Traveler?
No.
No.
There's probably copies of this in the library in this building. We need to go look.
I think you
And
might
not
be right.
Time Squad.
No, that time travel was not the theme
Oh.
of the show. The theme was the Bible, was definitely the theme. The time traveling, that's what we called it because they went back in
We'll
time.
have
That's
to go
what,
look.
I bet you
and-
might be right. If you are, I'm going to make you watch all of them. We're all going to watch them all together.
Okay.
And it was from the 80s or 90s.
I feel like maybe like the, yes. 80s, 90s. It was Hanna-Barbera. For sure it was Hanna-Barbera.
The Greatest Adventure. Oh, Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, for sure Hanna-Barbera.
feel like that's right.
That could be maybe right. If I saw a picture of it, I
And
would
it's
I
like
would know.
bubble letters.
Yeah. But like
bubbly-
there was like a sun or a clouds maybe.
The Greatest Adventure. Stories from the Bible, maybe?
That
Yeah.
might be it. Show me.
If
Is
you're
there a
watching,
picture?
You can text us if you know what we're talking about.
It's not that. That's not it.
No.
That's-
No.
On the right, the gray one. Not
This is
that
called
one?
the Nativity. I don't think
I bet there were also ones
Probably, like,
that they
several
did not
different
show us
versions.
from the Christian Bible that we did not see. That's you know what? The kids
That
aren't
one I
in
know
it. Wait.
too.
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait.
And then there's also I mean, I don't think there's a Passover
Yes.
episode.
Yeah,
But,
these are the
yep,
kids.
that
It's
one.
these kids. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Moki
yes.
for sure is
Moki,
in that.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so maybe there wasn't a Passover one.
But
And I
there's
just
stories
misremembered.
from
But
the
there was,
Bible.
Tales of different. I don't think there's a Passover one, but Veggie Tales has a very good Jonah.
but that is
The
super
Greatest
Christian.
Adventure.
For
Right,
sure it is.
super.
But they do a good Jonah, and they do a good Purim one. Actually, if you
This one
skip
definitely had
the
a
little
Purim
Easter
one.
section.
There was 100% a Purim one for this
Okay.
cartoon.
Yeah.
So you've never seen them.
I've
You
never
definitely
seen
do, and you
this.
have never seen them. But your choices were good. Those were good. Those
Thank
were
you.
good.
I'm
Good
trying to
choices.
think of some others. Prince of Egypt is good.
I think I sent you a clip from The Nanny the other
Yeah,
day.
I think you did. Yeah. There is a movie called For Your Consideration.
Oh,
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah,
It's about
yes.
Purim. It's not about Passover, but it made me think of, in a similar vein. It's idea. The movie is called like Home for Purim,
Yeah.
right? And they're trying to get it to win an Oscar, and then like the studio gets involved. And it's like it's too Jewish, but the movie is very funny. It's a very funny movie. But the Passover actually might have been a better.
Yes.
Purim is such an obscure holiday
Right.
for many non-Jewish people.
If you like Best in Show, it is
Yeah.
from the same
Right,
director.
same people. So
Well, now that Passover has just ended, just barely, and we can almost have comments. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a lovely Passover.
it's been not as
It's-
terrible as I thought. Although the week before was insanity, and I did
So
not have a good
hard.
time. Did not have a good time.
It was hard. And I also want to say this, I don't recall in my lifetime, I know it's happened, when Erev Pesach was a Saturday night.
Yeah, it happens
So,
infrequently,
It's
but it does
supposed to be,
happen.
like another 20 years before
Yeah.
It
that
is.
happens.
Ben and I looked it up. It's 20
Yeah.
years. And we ran into a thing the day before. So
We didn't even think about it because it's never usually
it
an
never
issue.
happened. So I went into the Myers kitchen, which Lindsay was preparing kiddush for Saturday in. And before he finished koshering it, he wanted to get one more kiddush out. And I said to Ben, oh my God, it's so great before Passover, blah, 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 blah.
And my face.
And Ben's whole face like, we
My
can't
face.
serve chametz at the kiddush because you can't
eat chametz on Erev Pesach after like 10:45.
And
Yeah.
it's never been an issue because there's not been a kiddush that day.
Right.
So
It's
Ben
already
and I-
Yontif by the time
we-
we're
Correct.
dealing with
We
it.
ran down to the kitchen and Ben told Lindsay,
Who,
well,
by the way, huge shout out
he
to
was
Lindsay
so
and
gracious.
Teresa and Marta and all the nice people in the kitchen who have been so gracious and, put up with this every
I
year.
have to say, the kiddush from last Sunday,
Oh,
the
amazing.
beef
with the-
and broccoli and the
Those,
Passover
whatever those
noodles?
noodles.
I
It
would
was
have eaten
so
the whole
good.
thing
Delicious.
next Thursday. It was so good.
Delicious.
It was great.
It was really good.
That was a
and
good
and they were
kiddush.
such troopers.
Such
and,
troopers.
And
Big shout out.
and fed us. And I will acknowledge also on their holiday today
Yeah.
Right.
is their holiday.
That's right.
And it's remarkable. And it's
We're very lucky here at
Yeah.
Beth El to have a caring and wonderful staff where everybody is, respectful to everybody else. And it's we're very fortunate.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
we are.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't
anyone
like
else?
you all the way over there,
I know
Jeremy.
Jeremy's
I'm
so
just
far
looking at it.
away
I don't
from
like
us.
it.
It's
I
very
can't tell. Is he
sad.
doing the Shonda thing? Is he doing something else?
Yeah, I don't know what's even happening.
I was doing the applause.
Oh,
yay.
Breaking news, we may not have had video for the first minute.
It's a
Okay.
minute. It's okay.
That's okay.
Let's blame it on Ben.
No, we're not going to blame it on Ben. He's good.
I'm
And-
throwing everything off.
No, it's
Sorry.
not you. It's not. It's the new camera, the
the
new
table
setup.
is different.
Everything here is
Thanks to
new.
Nick Shiner
Thank you to
for
Nick
our
Shiner,
new
right, for all of
setup
this
and-
stuff.
Thank you, Nick.
I see.
But we might
Nick's
have
a
to
great guy.
rearrange it again
We
because
might.
I do not like this.
This is a work in progress.
Work in
I don't like
progress.
Give me till June 1st. We'll get it.
All right,
All
all
right.
right. All right, you all heard him, June 1st.
June
And what
1st.
happens if it's not by June 1st? What do we get?
You can run the podcast.
No, I don't want to do that, but I would like some sort of snack or something, like
We'll arrange for snacks.
like a candy
I
of
feel
some
like
kind.
by
Can we get
then,
Tove pizza again?
I mean, that would be
Yes,
great with that dipping sauce
Barry,
because I'm still
yes.
thinking about
that's
it.
going to be like Shavuot week. We can do like Blintz's
Oh.
taste testing.
Yeah. Oh.
Shavuot, yeah, for sure.
That's
Oh,
right.
that would be
I
delicious.
would come back for
I
that.
Okay.
love a blintz.
You want to come back for our next
I
taste one? It'll
I
be
love a
close
blintz.
to
do.
Shavuot.
Yeah.
Love a blintz.
I love
Yum.
blintzes.
Love a
yes. Okay, great.
Ugh, now I just want Blintz's after we're done.
Soon.
Soon.
Well,
Although
that's
I
actually
saw at 7 Mile, they had kosher for Passover Blintzes. I did not buy them. I did not try them, but I don't know.
I'm
They
intrigued,
exist.
but very skeptical.
Right.
Very
They're probably
skeptical.
like potato crepe. I don't know.
Mm.
maybe.
Mm. Mm.
I do want to give a shout out to the kosher grocery stores in the area.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is remarkable what they do to prepare our community for the holiday, and the fact that, like, when I if I step into Wegmans or Giant this week, like, I have to like look at everything.
To think really hard.
But
about
when I
it.
walk into 7 Mile or Market Maven, no one is a sponsor. It's just so nice. You can go in, buy anything I want, eat it, and know that I don't have to worry.
And how different for you.
Oh, completely different for
Emily was in
me.
Arizona, and she had to have
It
stuff
was a
shipped
real
to her.
desert, but also like a food desert
Right.
for kosher things.
For
So for
kosher
her,
things,
there's
for
so much
sure.
more.
It was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And the mere fact that in the middle of the holiday we could go and like restock on things, like
That must be like such a novelty.
it really is.
Like you
It's
didn't even think
fantastic.
like, oh, I can just run over to 7 Mile and grab that.
Right.
Right. It was really kind of fun. We went in the middle and we're like, oh, we want more of these, chicken wings that one of my kids likes, and just no problem.
And I know it was hard for you, but I'm proud of you for doing it at college.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all right. I get by on the leftovers for the whole week.
Do you?
It's
We
hard in
pack it up and
college.
send it back with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
That is hard.
Now I know, like, obviously, like, it's just a very different. But you're like heating up leftovers the whole week, guys. So.
I don't know
That's
about heating
college.
up. A lot of
It's
it
college.
stays cold. I like my
Okay.
leftovers cold.
Okay,
Yeah,
Will
that's-
doesn't have any meals or anything.
They do.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got leftovers. Why are you going to stuff
Right.
that?
He has
Jill is
mom's
probably a good
leftovers and
cook.
mommy's leftovers.
When I was in college, I lived at Hillel. I
Yeah.
ate there every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my grandmother, my mom. Thank you for all the Passover desserts.
Yay.
What's your favorite?
It's a tough question.
No, it's Passover. It's not really a tough question.
They're all pretty good.
My mom makes really good desserts.
I'll give two. The Passover brownies I really like.
You wouldn't know they were from
You would
Passover.
not know the difference. And then another shout out to my mom, who makes very good coconut macaroons for Passover that are also very good.
I do not eat macaroons.
I do. I
It's
love
a great
coconut.
lunch during Passover.
What's your favorite flavor of fruit slice, Jill?
So that's a very hard question.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a fruit. Obviously, I'm going to say a color.
Yeah, the color. That's what I'm looking for. The color.
I'm going to
looking for
say
the color.
red
Red.
with orange in a close second.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm yellow.
Yellow all the way.
Yeah, because the citrus.
Yes, that's why I am. I guess the orange one, but also the yellow and the green. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know now how serious I am about I will not eat dessert during Passover because I don't want good enough for Passover. If it's not good, I'm not eating
I'm
it.
telling you, my mom's
fair.
brownies.
But those fruit gels, you don't eat those fruit gels?
regular.
No, I don't eat the fruit
Emily.
gels. I don't eat desserts during
That's
Passover.
like this close to being like heresy.
I'm sorry. I will sit and eat like
Don't apologize to
walnuts
me.
and
Apologize to
dates.
God who gave us this delicious gift of fruit gels on Passover.
They are eaten in my family, just not by me.
I would gladly eat a subpar dessert any day of the week, but I must say the desserts they hold up very well.
You would not know it was for Passover. They're very good. It's not just a sacrifice because you want something sweet. They're really good.
Chocolate covered matzah is good.
Oh yeah, I made that this year. Did I send it back with you?
Yes.
Okay.
You,
That'll be
melt
dinner
it-
tonight.
Melt the chocolate on it.
The butter, you melt the butter.
Butter
Mhm.
and brown sugar,
Yeah.
and then put chocolate chips on top. Put it in the oven, and then spread the chocolate. And
Okay.
for Ben, I sprinkle some almonds on, and for Logan, rainbow jimmies.
Okay,
Because
so
he likes the
It's
sweet
very
of
good.
so
the
I've heard that
Jimmy's.
called matzah crack.
Yeah, same thing. Yes.
Yes.
It's really more of like a toffee.
Yes,
Like a
and we had
matzah
kids over, so I
toffee.
wanted to
Mhm.
put the
Very
rainbow
good.
jimmies on for them because they wouldn't eat the nuts because they don't like it.
Yeah.
Right up the
Yes, I have a picture of it.
Did anyone try the
No,
I-
Logan's,
no,
Logan's
we're not
going
gonna
to
talk about. We're not talking
Okay,
about.
we're
it.
not
It is
talking
really
about
nice
talking
that
about
they
it.
give a nod
It
towards
is-
It
it is
is.
Passover.
nice.
However, it's not a
It's not
kosher
kosher
restaurant.
Passover.
They're
I
trying.
appreciate the
Yes,
effort. I
yes.
appreciate the effort. But I
Yes.
think with that
I
we
made
should.
matzah pizza last
I
night.
know.
It was
I make
delicious.
it all
Yes.
every day of the holiday at least once.
Yes, but you're
matzah
right.
pizza.
We can't eat there because
But we're
it's
gonna
not
move. We're
kosher.
gonna move into Shonda of the week. I think it's about that time.
Yep.
But I can't hear the music anymore because everything is different now, so I don't know what's happening.
Just go like this.
Yes,
Okay.
Shonda of the week
Shonda
now.
of the week.
I guess. All right. So Jeremy, I think says we're okay, but I don't know because he's all the way over there.
Give
And
me until June 1st.
I'm going to continue to complain about it until June 4th.
All right,
I'm telling you
is
now.
that
I feel
your
like
Shonda?
no, it's not my Shonda, but you go ahead. I know you've had one. So
I do have a Shonda, and it is the fact that we had this Passover starting Saturday night. It was very difficult to prepare. It made
The week
the
was
week
difficult.
before crazy. And
It was insane.
My children are a little bit particular and they like their chicken fresh. So apparently it didn't get warmed up well enough for the Seder and they refused to eat it. So that was problematic for me, but we have 20 years before it's an issue.
Yes.
Again, and it will be their problem.
That's right. That's right. Exactly
Even your
right.
youngest will be an adult by then. Yes.
Let's hope.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Jill, what you got?
My Shonda of the week is that Passover is over, but I still have not had pizza yet because you told me I could not eat it until 10 o'clock.
Look, I don't make the rules.
So that's my Shonda. But
All right.
I will enjoy it when I get home tonight.
Soon, yeah. All right, Ben, what's your Shonda?
First of all, I'm very excited to be a part of the Shonda of the week.
I know
week.
it's really great.
It is great. I listened.
We're happy you're here.
It's great to be here. My Shonda of the week is probably an issue very exclusive to me at this table.
Well,
but a professor of mine who's very nice and who I like a lot, we were supposed to have an exam yesterday, and I was fine with that.
Friday.
No, the exam was supposed to be yesterday.
But today is Sunday.
that's right, Ben. Today is in fact
Sorry.
Sunday.
I was supposed to have an exam last Tuesday. And
What is time?
my days are all mixed up.
The point is, you were supposed to have
I
an
was
exam
supposed
on
to
a
have an
specific
exam
day.
on a specific day, and the professor moved the exam to 2 days later.
So she's dead to you now?
She's not dead to me. She's a very nice person.
Okay, we're going to have to add her to our list.
She's a very nice person, but I was ready to take the exam, and it just threw off the whole week, and I thought that was a little inconsiderate to the people who had been studying for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that extra day of studying does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
So it threw off the whole week.
Yeah.
There's my Shonda of the week.
It's a good one.
I
fair
get
enough.
that. For me, it's got to be the crumbs of matzah.
Oh.
So I eat mostly soft matzah, but you can't avoid the crunchy stuff either. And the crumbs, they just everywhere. Everywhere. And I don't understand it. Like
Literally
even you eat
everywhere.
over the plate and there's
Doesn't
crumbs
matter.
all over the floor. all over the floor.
when
Does
I
you need a dog?
When
No.
I cleaned up my tables and chairs for Passover,
Crumbs.
there was specifically a very large pile under where my almost 17-year-old nephew was sitting. Landon Granick, I'm talking to you.
I know why
Name
that
calling.
was.
It was
What?
hilarious. And David was like, of course that's where Landon was sitting.
This was
But I
partially
love him.
my
He's so
fault as
cute.
well. Actually,
Oh.
the pile of crumbs was because me and my cousin Landon had a bit of a competition, spurned by our other cousin.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Josh, who basically pitted us against each other to see who could eat more matzah, which
my uncle had cut in little squares on a bandsaw.
This was not
for the
an
Seder
entire
plate.
big square,
like little
very
pieces.
manageable squares. At least I thought they would
They
be.
were
And
piling the squares up like that and shoving them in
I
their mouth.
lost. I lost terribly, actually. But Landon's younger than me.
You let him, not to be confused with the year that our cousin Josh paid Ben $1 to eat a piece of shmura matzah this big
God.
in
I
how
did
long?
it.
In like 10 minutes.
I like a champion. I did it. I ate the whole thing.
You
The
need
whole
things to
piece of-
entertain you during the Seder, huh?
Yes.
It's great. It was a lot of fun. The matzah competition was fun, even though I lost.
But
He
there's
just
enough
kept going.
matzah on my floor to have an entire
only where
another
Landon
matzah
sat.
competition. Only where
We were standing in the same spot. Definitely, I am a contributor to the crumbs as well, for sure.
But you're right.
Well, the point is, I don't
crumbs are
understand it, how
everywhere.
they get everywhere. And then, like, I was on my desk, like, during the week trying to, like, and then in the crack of the desk now, there's matzah in there. And I
Right.
just, like, why? And matzah was not a cracker when our ancestors were
was-
eating it in the
right.
desert.
Right.
Yes, but thanks to Manischewitz and their wonderful machinery, we get matzah crackers.
I'm not
True.
going to thank them for that.
I will. I love the crackers. I think it's
That's
delicious.
the real
And they're
Shonda.
cheaper.
That's the real Shonda.
Yes.
Your soft matzah might be delicious, but it is way more
It's
expensive.
incredibly expensive,
but it
but
probably makes really good matzah pizza.
it does.
Yeah,
Emily.
I'm sure it
does.
I'm sure it does.
All right. And lasagna.
All right. Well, I think it's going to wrap it up for us today.
There's
Thank
a
you.
70% chance we'll never make it. So So we'll see if it makes
Oh,
sense.
70%.
Wow.
Well, thank you, everybody, and thank you, Ben, for joining us
Thank
here
you
today.
for having me.
Thanks, Ben.
It's
You've been
great
listening
be
to
here.
Havdalah Happy Hour special Sunday edition here on the Beth El Podcast Network. You can find all of our shows wherever you go to listen to your favorite podcasts or on Beth El Congregation's YouTube channel. Just remember to follow us on all our social media platforms, including but not limited to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just search Beth El Balto. Shavua Tov, everybody. And remember, count the Omer, and we'll see you soon.
Shavua Tov, enjoy your pizza tonight.
Bye.